going through puberty. That's like hormones are flaring. It's like, what's she going to do? She's probably going to follow the trend, you know?
Yep.
So it's just this race to the bottom where younger and younger girls are just like putting their body on their Instagram. We're not even talking things like Pornhub. We're not even talking things about OneyFans.
OnlyFans, that's the next
It's just
level,
Instagram. They're starting with Instagram. And like you go through the average girl's Instagram account, guarantee you'll find something that you could consider sexual and provocative. Guarantee.
And they get more likes on those, they realize. So a lot of times I encourage them to keep doing it.
Completely.
There'll be random girls that's a hot girl with like pictures for like 200K followers. Like I can't do that unless they're like famous or buying their followers.
Bro. Yeah, you're literally a famous UFC star.
And this girl with Random Chick Club more than they're showing their tits.
Exactly, man. It's like, you could make an moral argument for or against or whatever, but I think you can make a pretty objective argument that is not a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree.
Like, I don't think there's anyone on either side who's going to admit that like women being sexualized from a younger age is a positive thing. If you make that argument,
there'd be some people would, but there's some nasty, disgusting people.
Bro, you've lost me. You've completely lost me there.
I think it's interesting. We're coming from, you were a porn star. I was a fighter who did a bunch of shit. So we're kind of like in the middle of the perspective, but we're seeing there clearly is a bad downside because we were growing up like I think at Instagram, all the stuff wasn't there, just the chase for attention, the porn,
porn used to be this like taboo, almost hidden thing.
You'd had to go to like a jerk off booth in the cities. You're being a dirty scumbag if you do that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and or you had to go to an adult store to get a magazine or buy a DVD or something like that. Very, very different environment to what it is now.
Yep.
And you could make the argument. You could make the slippery slope argument.
Yeah,
you could make that argument.
But it clearly wasn't as big a problem before, though. The problem became with the unlimited access.
Yeah.
Before it was so hard to get. You're a creep if you're going in a jerk off booth like in a shady city. It's
here's the
you don't want to be that guy.
Here's the funny thing: you have for you to even purchase the content, as a guy, you have to go through a filter of shame.
Yeah,
isn't that interesting?
I would have been too embarrassed to do that. Exactly.
Right. So you to even access it, you have to go through. You have to.
Exactly.
Walk in the theater, walk in the store.
I don't want to see what kind of porn,
hide the magazine.
What kind of porn you're watching. Yeah.
Right. And we've completely removed that barrier to entry, barrier to purchase, barrier to consuming the content. And where's the end of this? Like, where's it taking us?
Yeah, no, and like I said, for me, I never really thought much about porn. I mean, I watched it on rare occasions. I never thought it was a huge problem to society because it was so hard to get.
Yeah.
Now it's becoming a huge. I saw people bitching about it a couple years ago and thought they were just kind of being idiots till I like actually thought about it and saw like, oh shit, tons of people have porn addictions or like watching porn every night and shit.
Bro, porn-induced erectile dysfunction.
Because they're so used to just watching.
It's a completely modern phenomenon. This is a new condition that had to be diagnosed.
They're watching too much porn.
The dude's watching too much porn that he can't get a boner.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun because it's entirely psychological.
Yeah.
Because a boner is literally like blood flow.
Yeah.
Like that's what a boner is. But like the triggering mechanism for an erection
is watching porn.
Well, it starts here. Like arousal starts up in the brain, right? And if you're used to seeing an infinite amount of different women doing progressively more and more extreme or perverted sex acts with the optimum lighting and the perfect makeup and the perfect camera angle, and they're pulling all kinds of ridiculous faces and shit. Like if that's what you've been drilled into your psychology, okay, well, you get in front of a regular woman, of course it's going to be nowhere near as exciting and as stimulating as that. It could never measure up. It's impossible. It's kind of the same. It's kind of the same as women who use these super high powered Hitachis.
Yeah,
destroy.
Buzzes the shit out of
right.
Their, yeah.
They destroy all the nerve endings in their clitoris.
And they wonder why they can't come.
And then they wonder why they can't come with their husband or with their boyfriend or whatever. It's like, well, honey, you just destroyed the clit.
Yeah.
Like you literally just blasted that thing away using a jackhammer. So it's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
No, it's true. That's a problem as well. Exactly. These girls blasting out like, oh, I can't come when I'm having sex. Gee, I wonder why.
Have you tried like laying off, Optimus Prime over here?
Yeah. So both women and men should take a break. Don't do it for a while if they're doing that.
Yeah. It's in particular. It affects the younger dudes in particular.
Jake Shields built his name in the cage. Now he's taking the fight to the narrative. The Fight Back podcast doesn't hold back. No filters. No corporate strings. If you're tired of the same recycled lies, support real independence. Visit fightbackpodcast.com. Pick up something from the shop. Because truth needs muscle. And you're part of the resistance.
I mean, I couldn't imagine if I was young having that access, because when you're like, you know, a young teenager, your mind is just obsessed with it, and it's like having that access would have been absolutely terrible. Yeah. And no one wants to talk about it. No politicians will be like, you know what, maybe we should make this hard to access online.
Well, I think that there was a couple of states here in the US, I think Texas might have been one of them, that have started to limit like access to stuff. And I saw recently that Canada, because America was trying to impose tariffs on Canada. Canada said, we'll cut off your internet. Because Canada owns Pornhub. Pornhub is a Canadian, or the company that owns. I didn't know that. It is based in Canada. And so it's like, isn't that funny?
Ran by a rabbi, I believe.
Yes.
Or one of the owners.
Correct. The owner of Ethical Capital.
They own a bunch of porn companies, huh?
I'm not 100% sure on that, but I do know that. Because they Ethical Capital bought it off the previous owners. And they bought it after the 2020 trafficking hub scandal.
Oh yeah, right before we started, you were talking about like trafficking and stuff in Pornhub. Let's get into that now.
Yeah,
that's a dark one, but let's just hit this real quick before we get into the fun side. We got to cover the good, I guess, too.
Yeah, so I came prepared. I brought some notes. Yeah. I'm cheating. So the trafficking hub thing, it's a campaign that kicked off by a lady called Layla Micklewhite. She's been on Patrick Bet-David's podcast. She did a great segment on PBD. So basically, Pornhub and its at the time its parent company MindGeek was making money off of sexual abuse material and even child sexual abuse material, like that was running rampant.
They weren't making an effort to pull it off.
Well, so at the time there was no requirements like for uploading. So anyone could upload. You didn't need like a DMCA. You didn't need like a model release. You didn't need to upload ID. Anybody could just upload content. That's why there's so much stuff on Pornhub. And unfortunately, there was a bunch of abuse material and child abuse material, right? Yeah. And the victims had gone and, tried to get it taken down. And it would either get taken down and a few days later be uploaded again, right? Because some complete despicable human being has it backed up on his hard drive and he's uploading it again, right? But Layla Micklewhite exposed a bunch of she managed to get the email correspondence between like the CEO and a few like high-ranking people within Pornhub at the time, or with the company that owns Pornhub, talking about, hey, can we make this go away? Like, can we just ignore it? Like, how much action do we need to take?
Wow, if they weren't even taking it seriously.
Yeah, they weren't. They were trying to get. They were trying to shove it under the carpet.
Traumatized. It's like such a big deal.
Yeah, and you got victims actually like desperately trying to get this material taken down. And
terrible.
If I'll go through a little bit of data here, like. There have been well over 100 confirmed cases of child rape and trafficking permitted on that website since 2020. It's fucking insane.
So someone's daughter would be on there trying to get it off, and they're just like ignoring them.
Oh yeah. So nearly 300 victims have sued Pornhub in 25 different lawsuits, including multiple class action lawsuits on behalf of tens of thousands of child victims. Let's keep going.